Can you believe how big this place is?
Alright guys, it's so windy, hope you can hear us, but we have made it to the top of Sigiriya Rock. Your hair is crazy.
This is what we don't agree with. Today is a very special day because it is someone's birthday!
It's my birthday!
So we are currently entering into Sigiriya Rock. What we didn't know is not just a rock, there's actually a whole royal complex here. Many years ago, they don't have huge amount of information on it. They just know a lot from writing on the walls and just discovering how
archaeological excavation.
Yeah, exactly that.
We just want to give a quick shout out to a company called 10 Gale Tours who are actually sponsoring this video and allowing us to experience this incredible place. Now, we actually have a local guide with us explaining to us every step of the way, and we'll do our best to translate everything that's being said. But this place is incredible. Look at that. Really didn't realize how much history is in this place. It's absolutely incredible. There's a guide that's with us. I highly recommend that if you guys are coming here, come and check out 10 Gale Tours. It will help you understand this place because it's huge.
Wait till you see this. This is insane.
These look naturally bricks. They're all slippery stone. That's why they carve in rock into rock. Okay? Those are not the steps. All foundation of the building. You can see all boulders carving. These are all roof and ledges.
Just like to say, how genius is that with how they made the bricks into the rock so they didn't slip? Like, it's just made...
Yeah, but that's just the foundation.
I know.
That's not even the steps. My question is, this place is like a fortress. And as history is written, no one had infiltrated this complex.
We're on the way.
Okay, so this little ledge here, we've just been told, is that was a guard, it's like a guard tower type situation. So the soldiers up there watching out over the complex.
But it was just a ledge.
Keeping guard, right? So it's just a ledge.
They were only allowed to stand.
And our guide just said, yeah, because if they sit or fall, it's the natural punishment system. You can probably hear how windy it is up here. So we've just been told that sometimes these microphones, they fly away. So we're gonna put them away, but we will see you at the top. So windy, hope you can hear us, but we have made it to the top of Sigiriya Rock. Your hair is crazy.
So this rock is 200 meters high, and up the top here used to be a palace. How insane. Absolutely insane.
Absolutely incredible, but check out the views that we have.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you so much for 10 Gale Tours for taking us on this epic adventure. We saw some really cool things that we weren't actually allowed to take photographs of, which was like really old paintings, which was really special to see.
Yeah.
And make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow morning. We are going to do what?
We're going to go climb another rock which has insane views of this very rock.
Keep watching. Check this out, you can actually see how big of a space and an area that this complex covers. It's absolutely mind-blowing this. So this is probably the highest swimming pool I've ever seen in my life. Look at this. So that there was the royal swimming pool from the palace that was up here at the top. Crazy.
Can you believe how big this place is?
And it's crazy that there's just monkeys living up here. Everywhere you go here in Sri Lanka, there's just wildlife. Even 200 meters above high on a rock.
Oh man, those steps are skinny. Only half my foot fits. I can't imagine what your foot would be like. Do you know why they created or built skinny steps back in the day? Is so people couldn't run up them, so they had to walk up them like slowly. And if they ever got attacked, then that's another reason why.
Alright guys, as you can see, the weather has turned and it's night time now. What an incredible tour that Tangale has put on for us.
Yeah, it's been absolutely insane. The information was phenomenal. We would have had no idea about any of it if it wasn't for Tangale.
Yeah, and I also highly recommend, obviously you can do it on your own and you can go up there, but guys, highly recommend getting a tour guide here. When you come, there's so many available,
yeah.
But I would definitely recommend getting a tour guide coming up here. They will just educate you so much on the space, and if without them, you just feel like you just miss out on so much information.
You just climb a rock and it's just like, oh, okay, but with all the information, you're like,
yeah. Yeah, it's so much better.
Yeah.
Like we kept saying to them, oh, wow, we didn't even think there was this much here. We thought it was just a rock, but there's so much more to it.
So anyway, we'll see you tomorrow because it's going to be even better. Good morning.
Good morning.
We have gotten up 4:15, picked up our guide and made our way to Pidurangala Rock. So this is a rock next to Sigiriya Rock, and we're about to climb that. It takes about an hour and a half to get up. So hopefully we're up there for sunrise.
It's going to have really good views of Sigiriya Rock, which is why it's so popular.
Yes.
This is harder than the other one.
There's a massive Buddha just carved into the side of the rock. Actually, I think it's made of bricks, but they've carved out some of the rock. It looks fantastic. Oh, that was perilous. Asian safety 101.
Okay, so we're at the top.
That took us about 10 minutes to walk up. 10 minutes, and they say about an hour and a half to walk up.
That's not true.
That's not true.
But the reason that this rock is so popular is because of these views.
That's Lion Rock, right there.
It feels really, really surreal to be up here, to be honest. Insane views, right?
Yeah, it's insane views and it's extremely windy. You probably can't even hear us right now.
But thank you again for Tangale Tours for putting on this tour for us. It's just so special to be able to get up here and see this incredible UNESCO Heritage Site from the other side. As beautiful it is to be on that rock, I think it's better here.
Yeah, it's better to look at it from a distance.
Check it out.
This is what we don't agree with. Poor fella. Getting poked and prod to get walked. Someone riding him.
This guy actually has his own business here, and that's his business. He has, from what I remember, 81 reviews, and they're all 1 star because he abuses his elephant. I hate that. I have to say his elephant, but yeah, it's not great. So poor thing, but what can we do, you know?
And I hate that, like, the elephant probably doesn't know any different because it's probably been his whole life. So if he ever did, like, escape this life, or his owner passed away, he would probably die soon after, because elephants grow an attachment to their owners. So yeah, I don't know. It's so conflicting, sad. What can we do though? Tuk-tuks are convertible. So what we've just discovered is that you can actually find a road and enter into, like, the Sigiriya, the external moat, and you can follow the road all the way around, and it's for free. External moat. We were also told that there's crocodiles in there. We haven't seen any. It'd be cool to see them, but hope they don't come up on the edge because there's so many people. So this is where we entered in last night, but didn't realize you can actually drive along this road. It's seriously so cool that we figured out that you can drive all the way around Sigiriya Rock for free. There's a big moat. They've blocked off a lot of the moat, so it's more full at the entrance, but there's still a lot of sludge and water and nature, as you can hear, along the way. And there's crocodiles, so we've been looking out for crocs. But it's such a good little drive. Good morning, guys. Today is a very special day because it is someone's birthday.
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday, babe.
Thanks, babe.
I can see the fine lines coming through.
They've been there for a while. What an amazing country to celebrate birthday in Sri Lanka, hey? Can't wait to come back. Unfortunately, our time in Sri Lanka is coming to a close. We have been here for the past month, so if you haven't checked out our previous videos, I'll link them here. Go and have a look, check them out. We've had some incredible adventures here in Sri Lanka, and we've done so much, including rent this tuk-tuk for the entire month that we were in Sri Lanka. If you are coming to this beautiful country, you have to rent a tuk-tuk, and I can't recommend enough tuktukrental.com. I will leave our affiliate link in the description below so you can book your tuk-tuk through them. It is absolutely incredible, this company, and traveling Sri Lanka in a tuk-tuk is something you have to do once in your life. It is an experience, let's just say that. But right now we are about an hour and a half away from Colombo. CJ's gone into the driver's seat. I've driven the last probably 2.5 hours. We've just stopped off for some coffee. Rain started, and it's the person in the back's job to put the blinds down.
And we're just coming into Colombo. Traffic is hectic. It's a combo, I tell ya. Absolute combo.
It's absolutely next level. We're not that far away from the hotel, and I'll be thankful to get off of these roads.
Yeah, it's so smelly.
The rain's better because it gets rid of the smoke, but it still stinks real bad.
Yeah.
Alright guys, I am back in the back seat of this tuk-tuk once again, and we are driving through the area of Colombo where the Red Mosque is, and I have to say this is the busiest area of traffic we have ever seen. It is absolutely crazy. CJ's driving, otherwise she would talk, but we sincerely hope that you have enjoyed our Sri Lanka series. We thank you so much for being here, subscribing to our channel. It really, really helps us out a lot so we can continue making these types of videos for you. And the next time that we see you guys will be in Mongolia. Cannot wait for this trip. Let's see if CJ can have a quick bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye!
I need to concentrate. Oh my gosh. We have just arrived into Mongolia and we're about to embark on a 27-day tour to the countryside.